This is what Friday night looked like in Hamburg, Germany. 40 police cars with armed officers were dispatched to pacify the riots, which occurred as a result of a spat between local Chechens and Kurds. Polish people want to avoid similar scenes. That's why at the border with Germany, protests were organized against Berlin's migration policy. This is footage from a recent demonstration in Gubin. We come here to protest in defense of all of Poland, not just this place, and not just this bridge. Because we can see from the example of Western European countries that the multicultural policy has failed. Despite this, the Tusk government agreed to accept the Migration Pact and is turning a blind eye to Germans smuggling migrants into Poland. This procedure in France and Germany was done in the same way. Small numbers of migrants, mostly Muslims, who were polite and well-mannered at first. Then they grew more and more aggressive, relentless in their demands, and the migrant groups grew. The December 13th coalition asserts the tightness of our eastern border, boasting about the barrier, which was actually put up by the Law and Justice government. At the same time, those in power underestimate the threat coming from the West. They are standing at the eastern border, pretending to defend the border, while the western border is as hollow as Swiss cheese. Through the western border, Chancellor Scholz and German police are pushing at least 9,000 illegal migrants into Poland. These are the figures you can see on the German media and on their parliament's website. The situation could be improved by controls on the border with Germany. Until recently, the Polish Interior Ministry ruled out such a possibility. No, for the reason that there is no such need, either technically or in terms of intelligence, or as far as migratory movements are concerned. 2 weeks have passed, and the narrative has changed. Could it be that this is the result of pressure from Polish citizens who are demanding the sealing of the western border? I do not rule out the introduction of such controls. We are waiting until a new German government is formed, and there is a partner to talk to. This is a surprising statement for at least 2 reasons. First, the German government did not ask the Polish government for its opinion before introducing the controls. Second, as the German media revealed, the incoming ruling coalition plans to return illegal migrants to our country without considering Poland's position. It is difficult to talk about partnership in this situation. We must be a sovereign state. We must have our own sense of dignity and not be a state that assumes a subordinate status, a so-called junior partner. We cannot be no junior partner of Germany and do not want to be, and we don't want to pay for their mistakes. The emergence of foreigner integration centers, which in the future may serve culturally alien migrants from Africa and the Middle East, is of concern to local communities. There's a document indicating that this is where they have a place for migrants. It says it will be a point of assistance, consultation, mainly for those from Ukraine. But let's not be children. These immigrants will be received here in Radom. The termination of the Migration Pact, which gives the possibility of relocating migrants from Western countries to Poland, was announced by presidential candidate Karol Nawrocki. I want the president of the Polish state to say Poland first, Polish people first, to represent the interest of the Polish state and not be the deputy butler of German affairs. This will be decided on the 18th of May at the ballot box by Polish citizens.